anime thing, right?
Yep, anime part 2. Biggest flexes ever.
Mad. Oh shit. Biggest flexes? Oh shit, I got this. Very nerdy.
Sorry, kick me off, man.
Without further ado, welcome back to another episode of Controversial Topics. We are your host and panel. We'll have myself, Dario Dowie. My shirt is huge. I lost weight, sorry. Uh, Xavier the Doctor and Andre Blacktivist Bradshaw in the building. Before going further, please like, comment, subscribe. It does help us out. If you like the content, leave us a comment if you don't.
We need more weebs.
Yeah, so what?
We need we need more weebs.
Yeah, we need more weeds.
Yeah.
So we're continuing on the topic of anime. This week we're talking about biggest flexes. A Black History flex. Killer Bee taking a break in the middle of a fight.
First of all, let me stop right there. That is not a flex, okay? That was a complete ass whooping that was warranted. All right, make we break it down now, gentle people. See? So this man, all he wanted to do was just sit in his little hut and rap. But apparently 4 teenagers decided, say, they need to capture him. So you know what he did? This man did something I don't think anybody in the Narutoverse has ever seen. This man had about 10 swords. I thought I was looking at... Brother, I looked at that scene and I said, wait, am I looking at Zoro? Zoro, is that you? And this man proceeded to do something... Well,
I mean Zoro always getting lost, so it's possible.
I mean, it wasn't as big of a flex, but the ass whooping reminded me of the first time when Itachi came to the village and wrecked him.
But the weirdest part about all of this is when he literally grabbed all of the swords and I'm like, how the hell is this man going to move?
There was one on his
with
neck.
so many blades. Yo, yes, when Jenna started move, I'm like, okay, we understand now. This is crazy. Oh my god. Dude had huge eyes, yo. The man item work overtime and even when the item work overtime, it still couldn't stop him from getting caught. It still couldn't stop him from getting caught. I'm like, oh shit. And then in the middle of that, Jenna stop. And I took out a notebook. I something. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Hey,
hold up. What would have happened if Killer Bee had opened at least 5 of the 8 gates?
Sasuke would have dead.
Been a long time.
I mean, he was technically dead before that still, but...
Hold on. People, People, you do realize that Sasuke died 3 times approximately in that fight.
Yes.
Killer Bee stabbed him to death.
I hate Black Armor. I hate Black Armor.
The lariat has to be the most powerful taijutsu move I have ever seen in my life. This shit is more powerful than the primary lotus. I don't care what nobody wants to say. One single shoulder charge. And the man bust out Sasuke's chest. You know what is more amusing about that fight? The man mentioned the Raikage 3 times. I want to say, what is a Raikage? And then we saw this nigga and we said, oh shit, this nigga is strong.
Yo, you see that fight between Sasuke and Raikage? I don't think there was anybody else around me that was cheering as hard for him to kill Sasuke as I was that fight. Oh my god, I knew he wasn't going to die, but I wanted him to beat him to an inch of his life. Oh, the Raikage did not disappoint. I hate flat armor. Oh, Sasuke was supposed to die. That axe kick, the Raikage said, fuck my left hand. I could care less. I'm going to kill your bitch ass. When that axe kick was dropping, Sasuke look up and go, oh shit, he really is going to kill me. I'm like, yes! I know people going to hate me for this.
You know why we have to take our special honorary flex though, brother? He knew that hitting his leg and the Amaterasu Flames was going to kill him, and the man said, you know what, fuck it, who cares?
Exactly. And as soon
Yo,
as power started,
we can't talk about
like
flexes.
nothing.
We can't talk about flexes if we now go talk about the Raikage father. Big man. This nigga took
the man is so powerful, he can only hurt himself.
Brother, no. We're not, hold on, let's talk about this man's feet. We only died because of exhaustion. No, keep in mind, we have seen several Hokages get killed by tail beasts, by people stabbing them in the chest. This man's death occurred after he killed 10,000 shinobi by himself, and his death was caused by a lack of water. Now, let us go over this man's attack. This man's attack is one thing, and one thing only. How long can I beat the shit out of you, and then you die? And his special move is a finger. Yes, you heard that right.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn finger.
Yeah. Supercharged finger that turned into a spear. That was awesome.
The lightning spear of hell's pain. Jesus Christ.
You even remember the name. You even remember the name.
Lightning stab of hell's pain.
Shit.
Brother man, it got so bad that Naruto's clone himself started to contemplate, say, yo, what is this? The man is supposed to be weaker as an Edo Tensei, and the man is wrecking everything.
Yeah, none couldn't beat
And then
hell.
the only way to beat him was to hit his own attack into his goddamn shoulder. That is how powerful this nigga is.
He only had one scar from battle, which he gave to himself.
To himself.
And it was done while fighting the second strongest tail beast in history, which is the 8-tail. Remember that.
And the 8-tail made him injure himself by accident.
The 8-tail says,
by accident.
the 8-tail says, if anybody apart from me was supposed to be his Jinchuriki, the man said, he would have taken that the man there within a heartbeat.
Of course. The man broke it. But can you imagine if he was the Jinchuriki? Sure.
Yeah, when your body is the ultimate shield and your right hand is the ultimate spear, like, bruh.
Brother man, this man's the man defense, his defense is unbreakable. Yo, remember how
his skill was his defense.
Hold on, no. You remember how they said the Susanoo was the greatest attack and defense? I call bullshit on that, because this man has a literal lightning shield around him where you can't touch him. And the worst part is, he wasn't even the fastest Hokage of his time. Minato was faster than him. So how broken is Minato if this nigga can use a goddamn finger to kill people? I'm gonna tell people all the time, say, yo, them nerf Minato because they had to jerk off Hashiroma's return somehow. And they have to jerk off Naruto and Sasuke because they're my fanboys on the show. Minato was so nerfed. When Toby came to the Leaf Village and wrecked everybody, this man went, the man was about 13, 14 then time, brother, when he came at the Leaf Village.
14, yeah.
He managed to not only release the Nine-Tails, but managed to break the seal within several seconds, killing every single one of the honor guards that were there as a 14-year-old. Keep in mind, this is the same nigga who just wrecked the Mist Village. And Minato went as far as to compare, say, yo, this nigga must be bother. I mean, I say, bruh, what? I will soon get to
that was the only rational way of thinking.
Well, true, because only him could have break the seal so easily, but still. But brother, nobody else
was on that kind of level.
Yeah, true. But nobody can tell me say Minato wasn't nerfed, man. Nobody. Even if you tell me say a man who literally had the ability to spam 1,000 guys.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Why? Let me give you an example why they had to nerf Minato. You remember when came for in Sensei Sarutobi? Sarutobi Sensei, the third Hokage. When the first and the second took office, when the third saw the fourth one was rising, he said, hell no, and he sealed that shit before it could have come out. It must say mad. Him say if that one was to ever come out, There's no way in hell him could have win this, let alone even stand a chance. That's how much the man sprayed at the fourth. Hell no. He said if him ever make that man ever get a run, there's no way him could have come back from it. No way.
That kind of
The youngest Hokage.
brother. That speaks, but it speaks volumes that Saratobi thought he had more of a chance against the literal first two Hokage than the literal fourth Hokage. But you know why the fourth Hokage is so broken? This nigga was literally the original child of prophecy till him Pitney born. Keep that in mind. Well, yeah, but we have to save the best for last. I consider this to be the greatest flex in all of Naruto. I don't care what nobody wants to say. This man's character building was building from the first episode. We know say, this man was a great warrior of the past. The man himself, the deity amongst ninja, Madara Uchiha. Now, keep in mind, we kept on hearing this nigga's name from Shippuden start. Madara this, Madara that. We don't know who this brother be. We see a couple flashback with him and we say, man, who is this old ass nigga? What ain't go do? And then he got resurrected. And the first thing we notice is that this nigga doesn't have any eyes. How is he going to fight? Now, keep in mind, the Shinobi Alliance, I mean, they're not really that anything special. I mean, they just got killed. Half of them just got killed by the Raikage. Fair enough. About what, 5,000 Shinobi to 1?
Yeah. The hell is going on?
Don't worry about it.
It's a lizard, don't it?
Don't worry about it. I'm probably go edit out that party. But
Interesting.
no, me really just want to go back, but anyways, back to Madara.
Yeah. He did not disappoint.
Brother, this man's character arc was built from the start of Shippuden till the war was at its climax. When we first saw this man, we saw that this man had no eyes. And I'm like, this man is an Uchiha, right? Where is the Sharingan? Only for real, I said, oh, he got reanimated without his eyes. Just for real, I said, this man had blinded himself just to make the fight fair. He proceeds to not only absorb a full body Rasen Shuriken, which, keep in mind, was the strongest attack in Naruto's arsenal before he got broken, proceeds to wipe the floor with every single shinobi from the Alliance without breaking a sweat.
Now, I feel like them giving him
And
the
he was just
Rasengan was
stretching his
lazy
leg.
writing. I know, but honestly, them giving him both the Mangekyo and the Rinnegan was to me kind of lazy writing. I'm sorry, yo. The dude done broken as it is.
To be fair, you're not wrong.
That was unfair. That was unfair. Like really OP unfair.
No, I understand why you say that, but at the same time, I kind of understand why they do it in a sense. Because if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
This man has been plotting since he faked his death. And this man knows enough about the world to say, yo, you know, what would be a nice addition to the Mangekyo Sharingan? That Rinnegan from the Uzumaki clan would be really nice. Though to be fair for them, the way the writers tried to tie it into the Uchiha clan was so borderline ridiculous that not even me myself couldn't believe it. Me just have to say, yo, that just makes no sense. I mean, it's not as if Nagato was somehow a part of the Uchiha clan. That just never make no sense.
Exactly. That's again. Me say if you try use logic, and this is why I say, not everything that was it was poor writing. When I saw his eyes change in the middle of that Rasen Shuriken, I was like, wow, seriously. This dude has the running. I'm like, wow. And honestly, even though I know this might be a little off topic, I felt like they initially wanted Naruto to have it because Uchiha, which makes sense. But then again, I'm like, how can he make already broken character even more broken? Give him something that doesn't belong to him. And then tell him say he found out that he could. Oh my God.
I think it's one of the things that I despise about Kishimoto. Just like how I despise Tobirama to an extent. Because Kishimoto doesn't hide the fact that, yes, Uchiha are his favorite characters. Because if you think about it, the best written Uchiha character was the one that wasn't seen in the war any at all. And that was Shisui. I won't say Itachi because he nerfed Itachi for no reason at all. Because of bullshit. He gave everything to Madara and Sasuke. Obito had to actually work his ass off to actually be as one of the top tiers in the verse. And trust me, when you look back on what Obito was as a ninja growing up in a Minato squad, you have to really wonder, like, nigga, like, your darkness alone couldn't have taught you this. Nigga was literally fighting Kakashi on the same level, and then you realize, wait, he was actually holding back. Okay. And he's strong. His willpower is strong enough to hold back the 10 tails.
Sir Minato, there was a command. I mean, apart from the Sanins, he was on Sanin level because he was the only ninja in ninja history. If you encounter the yellow flash, you're not to engage. You're supposed to retreat, and this was across the entire ninja world. If you're sent out and you heard the yellow flashes in the vicinity, leave. Do not try to be smart. Don't try to be. Hell, when the Raikage met Minato, he was like, where the hell did the Lee find this nigga? This dude broke it as hell. Even the Raikage has to salute him. Hey, to you. Raikage, and it take a lot for you to get them on their respect.
And to be fair, if Minato never blitzed, to be fair, they didn't even fight. Minato just show say, you fast on him, and the right guy say, yep, I'm not fucking with this nigga.
Yeah, dog too broken. If he analyzed the situation and go, yeah, it don't make no sense to try for go to them money. Them money faster than me. So if he's faster than me, and I'm the fastest in my village at the time, which means he might robot everybody, including me, afterwards. Nah, it's not worth the casualties.
He killed what, 1,000 stone ninjas in an afternoon?
Oh, Minato? I think he was about 2,000. But he said he lost count. Because according to him, he was only trying to subdue them. Yeah, sure. Right. Minato, people have to forget.
Don't subdue by slashing throats.
People have to forget. Say, Minato might have been the nicest Hokage, but he was also the most violent out of them because this nigga had more bodies than
most dangerous. Most dangerous. The most feared too.
When Hashirama was the first Hokage, he was known as the god of shinobi. When Minato turned Hokage, this nigga has a literal bounty on his head. This man had a run-on-site order placed on him.
Yes. Cross the ninja world. Cross the ninja world, people. Not just one village. We're talking the entire ninja world. If you put him out of the field, run. That was the instruction given. Do not engage.
And keep in mind, this is before evil man like Orochimaru. Brother, if a man like Orochimaru can respect a Hokage like that, you know say, the man broken.
He didn't respect him at first. He actually was upset that Hashirama Sensei gave it to him over him.
No, really?
That's what made him deflect the first time. No, that's what made him deflect the first time.
No.
Remember,
actually, Kishimoto said in the manga, when Orochimaru was a candidate for Hokage, but he cared more about his shit than the actual village.
Yeah.
But
I'm aware of that.
To be fair, even though I don't want to, I'm going to defend Orochimaru's decision. Orochimaru wasn't wrong to care about himself because do we all remember how the village treated Naruto? We all saw that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're being honest, if Naruto was,
the village feared. I mean, the village feared Orochimaru too. I mean, yeah, he did hold one of the highest ranks in the entire ninja world, but they did fear him. He knew it too.
Yeah, but
And
me
I
just,
think
yeah, but me just say right now,
it followed. Mm.
me just, if we're being, if Naruto's really honest with himself, Naruto knew
Mm.
that, if Kishimoto was really going to write a good story, Sasuke wouldn't have been
Mm.
the one to defect. It would have been
True.
Naruto. And Naruto would have defected to be alone. And then Pain would have found him, and then we all know how that would have gone. Sasuke should have been the one who should have been the technical hero of the village and got killed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but you see, that's, and this is what I'm telling man, say, it's when it comes to story writing, I believe the writers for the story for make the end first before they make the actual goddamn story. Why?
So brother, you want man
Yeah,
culture. What do you think?
It makes sense. Honestly, think about it. If you write the ending first, everything else leading up to that is just like, substance. That's it. Believe it or not, the man who created One Piece, even though I try swing the conversation that direction there, and believe me, there's a lot of epic flicks in a One Piece. Too many for count. But
Too many.
I will say this: too many. Oda said to them own mouth already. So if I'm to die, don't worry. I've already written the end feed already. He promised them, you understand?
And it
The
won't
end
end
for
for the
One
next
Piece
10
is
years.
already done. Well, let me say them the things. So someone has said them a prophecy I say in the next 5 years, 5 to 7 years. What?
Actually, Oda said
Right
12
now,
years, 2 years ago.
your mother. Anyways, your mother. Your mother, and I mean that. Yo,
I'm all for
you
it.
imagine a 40-year-old man and my daughter, big teenager them time there. Oh my God, Daddy, why are you so excited over a cartoon? Like, you have
Luffy
no
finally
idea how
found
long
Laugh
I've
Tale.
waiting for this kid. I don't know. But anyhow, I'm giving him 7 years. The most. Well, it's not young enough people. They act like this man is a spring chicken. But one thing I respect what him said, I've already written the end for the anime already. They say you don't have to fret about how it's gonna end. Him say what y'all thought Marineford is nothing compared to the war that's coming after Wano
Yep.
arc is over. There's a war coming after the Wano arc. I can't wait. And they say it's going to be of epic proportion. Like me to some
I'm all
ancient
for it.
because oh yes man. I heard to some ancient monsters. Because God did the foreshadow for it already. Zenbeck. I don't know if I pronounce the name wrong, but the crew that Whitebeard, Shang, what's his name again? Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido was on.
Yeah.
I heard that ancient monster is going to return. What me say? I want them say the war that's coming gonna make Mindford look like child's play. Yo, I don't give a damn, yo. That shit turned me on. That shit turned me the fuck on. I don't give a damn. I was
I
like,
guess anime
wow.
bonus too.
Yo, I was like, wow. Yo, man say, yo, don't play with my emotions like that. Because if this, and so far, I'm not tell lie, and if him look for Marineford War, with him draw and write, and say that's child's play, and the amount of emotion, son, my ball when Ace died, can you imagine what happened to the warrior?
Fam, after when they burnt their first boat.
No, my cousin, big man, ball enough, big man, ball, this is a blood clot. Look for my grown ass self about over a cartoon. Animation, I'm like, but, that shit hit hard, bro. That shit hit hard.
To this day, I will not
That shit hit hard.
I will never get surprised dead and Akaino. Your bitch go dead.
That's
Brother,
a million time, man. Me still hate that man, yo. Me hate him
brother.
on the, you hate him on the animal real.
Yo, yo,
Me hate him
yo,
on the real.
yo. Viewers. I hate Akaino as much as I hate Griffith from Berserk. Keep in mind that Berserk is a show where this man has actively sold his soul, raped his best friend's girlfriend, and traumatized this nigga for his entire life. For what? For a kingdom that he never got in the end.
I hate Akaina more than I do Danzo.
Danzo is not even worthy of my hate because he died to Sasuke so easily. And you have to know the stupidest thing about that Danzo Sasuke fight. You knew Sasuke was going to beat him no matter what. Like no matter what Danzo did, you knew in the back of your head, even if you wanted to deny it, that Danzo
Plot
would have died.
armor on a million level, yo. I hate plot armor. I hate plot armor. I swear to God, I hate plot armor.
I don't know. We've been speaking about flexes, and we failed to mention the one flex. I mean, he's my all-time favorite character from the Seven Deadly Sins. I rate him more than Melodious. Escanor, the pride of sin himself.
Yo, that one is a living flex.
Them man, they are cheap on a different level, yo.
Brother,
Yo, them man,
The man is a
Yo.
walking, talking flexer.
Brother, this man, I don't know how this
them
man.
man, they come from KC, when they care nobody want to say. Them man, they have purple blood and flow through vein. Damn, yo, you say, when you hear Escanor flex, it's like, Bumford. Yo,
Brother,
what am I, yo?
Brother, there's a literal YouTube section. Brother, there's a literal YouTube section dedicated to this man, Escanor's flexes. Brother, man. When you first, right, for those of you who have never watched Seven Deadly Sins, when you first see this man, he is as frail and as simple as they come. A very good gentleman. But you see, he undergoes something of a transformation when the sun rises to its highest peak. Now, with this transformation, he becomes far more arrogant like Vegeta, extremely overconfident like Goku. And the worst part is, he can back it up because
Very
outside
much.
of Melodious.
No, Byakuya from Bleach. Yo.
Exactly.
Yo, no, I'm not telling you. Everybody in chat, yo. Have you heard, Sam, I'll go back to this corner. Have you ever heard Byakuya insult people? Have you ever, no, someone on a dive in a bleach. Byakuya have some of the most disrespectful. Yeah, I wonder if this man has a death wish. But because he knows he's not afraid to mess you the fuck up. Yeah, man. Byakuya, that's a different level. Listen, when he found out that Ishigo's last name was Kurosaki, he's like, wait, Kurosaki? Ain't no way in hell this riffraff of trash could ever be related to him. Which is the man's father I'm talking about, you know. I'm talking about Ishigo's father when him say, there's no way Ishigo could be related to that man. Ishigo is garbage. Yo, shoot, when this man was killing Ishigo for the first time when he met him on the human plane.
Yeah.
The man flexed so hard, yo. It was that flex when I started watch Bleach. No feel nowhere. It was that. Do you even know the flex I'm talking about?
Ichigo was about to whoop some ass and then he killed Ichigo like a bitch.
Yes, he did. Yo, first Ichigo looked down and the sword blade broke. And the man is like, and then look at him and say, wait a minute, when did he move? The man dropped the blade, put him hand upon him sword, and glide past Ishigo. And a sea of blood followed afterwards. I'm like, what's up? That's him. A sea of blood. Ishigo say, oh, what the hell? How did you see him move? And then, let's skip further in the future and then back. When Byakuya talk about when remember busting up Ishigo, he's like, him say, oh, how did he get so much improved so fast? Then him flashback to when that same move when him mash up Ishigo the first part, he stopped in the middle of stabbing Ishigo through the chest, and he's like, even slow while dying, and stab him 2 more times, and then him finish walk off. Then he erupted in blood. Biaki flex them the normal, yo. If you only do Biaki the normal. Biaki is one of the few captains who take on the madman that is known as Kenpachi. And Kenpachi say, yo, you ain't all powders and puff after all. I'm bust Kenpachi wide open. Kenpachi's like, oh shit. I actually thought that. When I said here, and Kenpachi, everybody knows a madman. And a different
Kenpachi can go toe-to-toe with just about any captain and whoop their ass. With most of the captains.
Kenpachi's literal. Kenpachi's sword is literal. Yo, Kenpachi is what is Mace Windu in an anime. This nigga's sword is literally like, hey, I draw energy from everything that is madness, and my sword holder is the embodiment of madness. So how will you survive this fight? Brother, Kenpachi doesn't.
And yet, Byakuya did it. Byakuya, yo, and he said out of them one mouth. Kenpachi said, yo, out of all these people who call themselves captain, you probably the only one I actually respect. Apart from the commander general. Oh yeah, them not call him that no more, no. Apart from the commander general, which is the man who hold the fire bankai. Yamamoto again some long ass name.
Yamamoto Genryu Sai. Get his name right.
Genryu Sai. You know, sir, if you're a Bleach fan, I'm supposed to know that that's why I'm not cuss you out, but me make on the slide. Anywho, back to me I say. Bless the few who respect me anime the way of me respect it. So you get my respect. But anywho, Kenpachi say out of all of the captains, him consider all them weaklings except for the commander general. And him say Byakuya is the second captain who gain him respect. Ottawa, 11 of them. Byakuya the second captain to gain that man's respect.
I mean, he did literally map the floor with 2 captains in under 10 minutes.
Yeah. Easy too. easy.
I said, map the floor means easy though.
I mean,
he spent like 4 minutes on one, waited, and then 5 minutes on the other.
If we still up on the top,
and the only reason why he took 5 minutes is because he couldn't see or hear.
Then he figure out how to catch him off guard. He figure out the man Bankai is like, I can see you. Like, oh shit. It took one swing and the man Bankai broke. I was like, wow. This is some awesome shit.
I mean, if we still up on the topic of Bleach flexes, you know, a lot of people don't respect him like I do. You know. What I have to rank the Mr. Deceitful Glasses Man himself into my top 10 favorite anime villains of all time.
Yeah, man, I isn't a bad man, man. I isn't getting respect.
CJ, this champ, shout out to the brother. He did something that most other anime, apart from probably Broly, has not ever done. This nigga stopped the main protagonist theme song. Yo, keep in mind, this is the same Ichigo who, not too long ago, just fucked up Ulquiorra. And Ulquiorra was what? The strongest of the Espada. One of the strongest of the Espada. And granted, it was Ichigo's hollow form that destroyed him. But besides the point. Mandiga came in full swinging and got stopped, and Aizen stopped his sword with a finger. A literal finger. He broke the sword and he said, I expected more from you. And the man do one finger slash, Ichigo's chest bust open. I said, okay. And then this nigga pulled probably the greatest genjutsu use of all time. This man literally made the captains kill themselves without even sweating. And I'm just here watching.
It's like he thought Itachi or something.
That's only one flex, right? We all need to understand how far Aizen has gone, right? Yo, but now that I know, From Esono and Kempachi, Byakia, Aizen supposed to be like the number one flexer in a Bleach. Why? This man orchestrates Ishigo's life from before him father, fucking mother. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest here. The man went that far. I know it sounds like a dang joke for those who don't watch anime, but those of you who watch that,
but couldn't he fix Ichigo's head?
No, hold on, brother. You know why they go get it? Because Jujutsu Kaisen took a page out of Bleach's origin story. Because that's how the main character was technically born.
Spoiler alert for people who haven't read the manga, sir.
Manga spoilers, but no, everybody, no, most of the YouTube content comes from the manga, but just to make you know, that Jujutsu Kaisen origin story for the protagonist, if you read that far in the manga, that's literally how he was born. Nigga got orchestrated before he was even born.
But anyway, why couldn't Aizen fix Ichigo's head like every single fight in Fire Start Bleed? Every friggin' fight.
You never understand this, you know. Every win, every loss, every training montage. Every win, every loss, every training montage. Every power up was all orchestrated. I couldn't believe it. Every one of them. So even when Grinjo shell Ichigo, thump Ichigo, punch up Ichigo face till Ichigo foot come off of the ground. Man, literally a punch into the... Everything was orchestrated. Him going to Quaker Mundo, everything. Him getting the next level up. I'm like, wow. Even Ichigo beating him was orchestrated. Hell, this man, yo, if I could choose, like, bad guys to for my team around the world, if I could control him, Aizen for like my main strategist. That man is normal, yo. We're talking about a man.
Put Shikamaru to shame.
Hold on. This man plotted ahead to the point where they would seal him and then would have to free him to help them. Wow. The man plot ahead, way ahead to them, to seal him and have to free him to help them.
It was like 150 years in advance or 200 and something years in advance?
Brother, the man was in Bleach's version of the prison realm, and when they open the seal, the man is just sitting there meditating, and the man said, "I've been expecting you. Now, what sort of problem do you peasants need?" I was like, "Nigga, what?"
Exactly.
I was like, "What does he mean by this?"
No. Let me tell you see, when the fight finished, I'm going to say, Ichigo had to like literally use his strongest attack to like defeat him, and he's still never dead. That was a moment I knew that Aizen reached a different level of power in the Bleach world. This man went above and beyond to make this man get stronger, and at the end of the day, he still remained the strongest even after his defeat.
Well, the one thing I was kind of sad about, I never see Aizen's Bankai. That's what I won't lie. It's hard. I'm sorry that the writer for Bleach died. But when he got sick, he should have had an understudy and tell him his vision so he could have finished the manga.
Yeah, Oda has an understudy here too, just in case.
Of course. Take this thing for him, mad. That man has one of the greatest story in his head. You mad?
Can't play it with.
No, Bondong Jump Studio. Just kidding.
I used to get anime violence early though.
Yes.
But anyways, I think we sidetracked, from the literal nigga. So, yes, so this man's power is literally the sun itself. Now, we all know that the sun is the big, bright, beautiful star in the entire solar system, and this nigga has the power in abundance, but here's the downside to his own power. He's only at his strongest when the sun is at its highest point. But keep in mind, this is like you fighting Broly, like how Broly wrecked Frieza in 1 hour. This nigga doesn't need more than 2 seconds to kill you. Keep in mind, he fought 2 commandments and killed them within seconds. he fought Esterosa, who is Melodious' brother, who was the strongest of the commandments, and almost killed him.
He doesn't fight, he wrecks people.
Brother, this man is so arrogant to the point when he finally got his first injury, he was like, I kind of allowed that to happen. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, what?
It's broken, yo.
Somebody had an ability that allowed him to reflect his own attack, and he's like, there's a lot of blood reflected my attack. Wow, I expect nothing less from myself.
And then when you thought that Escanor was going to like, things got serious. We all saw what Esterosa did to Melodious. Granted, Melodious was still being a bitch. No offense to the Melodious fans, but he was being a bitch, okay? When we see the giant son, I hold like one death ball. I said, Jesus Christ, this nigga has been holding back the whole fight. Brother, man, I was actually concerned for Esterosa's life.
He had to hold back. He would have killed his comrades, remember?
Escanor no give a shit about collateral.
Yeah, but no, he had to because he's supposed to now. He's.
So, you remember when this nigga first transformed, what he did? You remember how he leveled the entire city? And when they asked him why he did it, he was like, I felt like it.
He just didn't want to kill the comrades. That's what he said.
Yeah, he said it too.
And then he dried up an entire lake.
Brother,
no, he asked one, is the lake is the lake so and yeah. So okay. Then it matters.
So the lake is in that direction, right? Yes, it is. Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
So, okay.
He killed the lake instead of his comrades.
There you go. And even after the attack, even after the attack, done so long time, everybody had to come out of their armor. That's how dangerous Escanor. And remember, him done gone long time, them still have to take off the armor. And they were
several miles away.
Brother, remember say the poor remember say the lion pride of sin, Remember say this nigga, the lion pride of sin's whole embodiment is the sun. He's like a sun god. Oh no, so the sun is the hottest thing on the planet. So yes, the heat will kill them. And it remains to this day the only man that has ever been Escanor in a fair fight and actually bodied him had to be the literal son of the demon king himself, Melodious. Who else? Literally think about it. If the ancient king himself could not hold Escanor, wouldn't it stand to reason only the demon king's son could beat him? And this was his second defeat. Granted, Escanor did kick his ass a lot in the fight.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Melodious was getting his ass kicked like one freezer type beating him again.
Good stuff. I said this much.
We talk about flexes and we can't really left out Death Note flexes. Because we can't left out L flex for light, brother. This, do you know the balls it has to take to kill a literal human being just so you can get some information to pin this nigga into jail? Bro, I still remember how El sacrificed that man like a piece of meat, and I'm like, okay, so that's what we're doing now. Cool. But it kind of speaks into how people like to say, oh, Light is so smart. Light is actually one of the stupidest, smartest persons I've ever seen in an anime.
Arrogant.
It's not about his arrogance. He made so many mistakes that if El really wanted to catch this nigga, he would have. Alright, take for instance the tree pluck scene where Light made the three prisoners then write one message to Light. Well, do you know gods of death love apples, right? Light go answer the man in a how he would he must say, yo, okay nigga, I'm Kira. What are you going to do? And El just did that, said, okay, I'm going to do this. The man fall for every little trap. I think the writers wanted it to make it obvious, say, yo, El didn't know, but he just never have no hard proof.
We always knew that he knew. He just needed the evidence. That was the game.
That was the game. It's the game of cat and mouse. Who can out-intellect the other? That's all it really was.
I mean, as
It was a good.
the anime page I was following said, you can sum up the entire Death Note in one Bobobo reference. You
Not Bobo.
outsmarted me, but I outsmarted
Not
your
Bobo.
outsmarting.
Not Bobo. God damn it.
Sorry.
Joe.
Joe. My apologies.
Brother.
I did watch Bobo.
Wow.
I
Red
have
card.
not watched
man,
For
don't
that
Bobo.
lie.
blunder. For that blunder, red card. Listen, you deserve it.
Huh?
Yeah, man.
Slap
That
yourself.
abomination. That
Slap yourself.
abomination
Slap
must
yourself.
never. That yeah. You know, we're going to speak about that one day, but not tonight. Not
Yeah,
tonight.
but I'd have to watch it first.
Trust me, if you watch it, you will look. All right. Imagine the stupidest anime character you ever known, female or male.
Sakura.
Sakura's not stupid.
Yes, she is. That's why she's Sakura.
No, Sakura is just
There
toxic.
you go.
Sakura is the embodiment of all females that are on this modern age right now. Fight me if you want, people. You know I'm true.
Right. If she was toxic, at the very least, she would slap Sasuke.
All right.
And then call McNaughton when he slaps her back.
All right. Who is your brother? Your favorite female protagonist? Just any random one. Just one. Just name one. Right?
I can't remember her name. The leader for the Knights in Claymore.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
All right. I know who's talking. No. If you were a good female protagonist and your love interest was talking about, oh, he's going to destroy your world. Bitch, if you don't take your hand and slap this nigga in his face and punch him in the gut or try to stab him or something, you instead decide you're going to cry like a little bitch again for the umpteenth time, and you think this nigga is good, and somehow this nigga still gets you pregnant, he's just as bad as you.
They're both toxic.
Brother,
Remember, relationships are reflective.
Brother, man, I have never seen a more toxic.
Yes,
Then again, I have seen a more toxic anime relationship, but I don't think I want to go down that route right now. I don't think I want to go down that route right now. Nope.
Which relationship that?
There's a specific relationship with this nigga who is basically a slave to his girlfriend, where you're living in this magical realm, but she's crazy in the sense that if he doesn't control her, she loses all sense of her mind. Then when the big plot reveals, you realize that this nigga actually likes her for who she is and actually ends up getting married to her and getting her pregnant. Somehow her pregnancy makes her sane and this nigga loses his mind. Somehow. Trust me. Watching that anime made me lose more brain cells than watching Bobo. Trust me. And it made me realize, yo,
you want some interesting madness.
No, Bracha, me tell you. When I saw it the first time, the nigga lured me into a false sense of security because I felt bad for him. Come here and say, yo, shit. Binded to her. Girl happy as a slave. Girl crazy. Then you realize, yo, people have been telling this nigga, say, yo, this bitch has been crazy. And he still went with her? The fuck? What? The girl go as far as to kill this nigga best friend and he didn't flinch. And I'm like, yo, that is some light Yagami level of non-caring. For those of you who actually watch the Japanese version of the anime, that was a live action, not the American version. Fuck that. But bruh, I went as far as to say, yo, he gave Rido of the healer a run for it money in terms of how toxic some niggas are. Trust me. Dario. Dario, look like him a contemplate life.
I mean, I've watched one of the soap opera. I've watched 2 soap opera animes, and they sound way better than what you're describing to me right now.
Brother, I've seen stupid anime girls do stupid shit. I've seen stupid anime guys do stupid shit, but there are moments in time when you watch through those animes and you say, you know, they're not that bad. But
I've seen worse. I've heard of worse.
Honestly, you said that anime, brother man. The writer literally admitted that yes, he wrote this to make people understand, yes, toxic relationships do exist, and people need to start admitting that bullshit. That was his message. And he got it across. Oh, trust me, he got it across. Look at the guy kill the man's best friend in front of him and the man even flinch. Yo.
If my bitch wanna try to kill one of you in front of me, I'm stomping her out.
First of all, she not even gonna get
Me
a chance
too.
for you to do it. We know that.
Me too. I don't care. Call me gay, but I'm not gonna stop and watch. Now
First and
my
foremost,
woman
it's
literally
murder.
draw arms, gun, whatever for murder. Wanna
First and foremost, it's
gotta slap
murder.
her so
Secondly, I
hard
would be
for
an
man.
accomplice.
First of all, I know for a fact I would be Kurupika in that scene because I know I'm bringing a shovel because we know the bitch dead. Speaking of Kurupika, he had one of the
That
biggest
was a
flexes.
whole flex
That was one of the biggest flexes of all. This nigga brought a shovel
to the
to a
fight
fight that
because he knew he was gonna catch a bite.
Keep in mind
Damn! Yo, which anime that? Which anime
Hunter,
that? That's so dark. Hold on there. Which episode am I missing one there?
when Kurapika killed Yuvo.
I don't remember the episode exactly, but it was when
Oh,
Kurapika was going through his emo dark phase. And I'm not going to lie.
The ball again, what the name again? The big
Spiders
the big
or something like
dude.
that.
Phantom.
No, it wasn't the ant. Phantom Troop.
Spiders.
Yeah, there you go. No man, the spiders are the Phantom Troop. Which one?
Yeah, the spiders are the Phantom Troop. You know, so each of them each represent each end of the spider. But yo, brother, that was a whole brother. Yo, keep in mind, remember when we first met Kurapika? It was just this simple, wide-eyed nigga that just looked so innocent.
He was so pleasant.
Then you find out that this nigga is just as bad as Kilo and he's actually enjoying murder. You're like, okay.
This man is traumatized.
Then you realize why he's doing this, and it's because of vengeance. Now, we all know where vengeance leads for some people. Here. Sorry. Just Dario.
I just wanted to point out how Kurapika can influence you to take vengeance because it looks like it made him really happy and really, I mean, despite what therapy would say, it made him really happy and really at peace. I just wanted to point it out.
But when you really,
if you look at Sasuke, his vengeance was shit, but Kurapika,
yes, it was.
Kurapika's vengeance was warranted because I don't know why the Hunter fan base likes the Phantom Troop. They're just a bunch of murderers.
Yeah. Kilowatt is a murderer too, but I mean he has a huge fan base. I'm be honest with you.
Hold on, Bradshaw. But hold on. Have you seen Kilowatt's father and his grandfather and his mother? Nigga grew up in an unstable family. He was only going to come out one way.
There was literally one door to come out of.
But granted, Kurapika did get his family killed by the Phantom Troop, so he's in all right. He's in all right to kill them. He's in all right. But I know who is not in all right to kill.
One thing respect though. One thing I was saying, one thing I respect about him though. Even when his brother was torturing him and doing all manner of evil and him a bleed all over the place, when his brother made the mistake.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Said, your friend. I said the man said Nissan and man like Nissan, man look up and say, oh, you can do anything you want. Man say, but you say, if you ever lay a finger on him, I will kill you. And I mean it. I will. Remember, this man have him chained. Chain up, you know.
And he broke the damn chain.
Up. To make a point. He tells if you fuck with him, I will kill you. I mean it too. And remember, this is his older brother, and he's like
one of his older brothers.
And the argument done after that. There was no retort. There was There was no threat, nothing like, because he knew he really meant it. He was going to kill him. If you took the gun.
Well, Bradshaw, you forget one important thing about that flex there. No, you forget one important thing about that flex there. Remember, there's only one of the main family rules that they make. You cannot kill your family members and kill your father. Look at him and say, you know, if you had killed him, you'd have been out in all right. Keep in mind, this is the same nigga who fought Crollo Lucifer and said, you know, if I actually wanted to be serious, you'd be dead. This is Crollo Lucifer we are talking about, the same nigga who went toe-to-toe with Hisoka, who is no pushover, by the way. And he's looking at Killua and saying, you know, if you killed him, meh, we can always make another son. I'm like, bro, what?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Pum still fat, body still stiff.
There you go. There you go. It still works. It still works.
Sorry, children, as Uncle Roger would say, but Pum is still fat.
You ever know the strange
thing flowing.
The dynamic? For as unstable and as murderous as they are, compared to Jing, who doesn't give a shit about his son, Sylvia actually loves Killua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just fucked up. Excuse my language.
No, it's just business. But then you look on Gun now and you just lose all your smiles. I don't know why anybody likes this nigga. This nigga has proven to be one of the shittiest humans I've ever seen in the Hunter x Hunter series. And trust me, we've seen a lot of shitty humans. Him see him one.
Nah, man. You can't kill himself. I mean, yeah. He's a bit annoying. Yes, sometimes
it's not about his annoying behavior, Bradshaw. It's about his actions and how he believes that he can judge people when he isn't any better. All right, me give you a scenario, right? So, the first arc, when they went to do the Hunter exam, you know, when they have to find the bag of coin and then something that comes and get in there. Remember, said this nigga left the girl who is safe for dead, and the man said, oh well, good luck. I'm like, nigga, she just got you out of a goddamn poison camp. The fuck? We could go a step further. A literal psychopath murderer is on the loose, and because Gun got the ability to train with him, he thinks he's a good person. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll let that slide. But you know the minute where I said I had enough, he's going to judge Nobunaga of the Phantom Troop and talk about, oh, they're murderers. And I'm like, you literally just trained with a psychopath who's been killing innocent people. Who the fuck are you to judge? And then...
An idiot.
And then he gave up his entire life, all his training for a nigga he barely knew. All because he didn't know how to accept someone dying. And the worst part about it,
looking childish idiot.
And the worst part about it was he lost the fight. He might have beaten Pito to death, but Pito won mentally. Pito never gave a shit if she died.
Yeah.
And
didn't they rewrite that? Didn't they rewrite that part of the story?
No, it stayed the same. The only difference was Kite actually came back alive, resurrected as a girl. So his entire sacrifice was meant as nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you really look on it, when you look on the Hunter fan base, you have to really look on them sideways because they like Gun and say, oh, he's a great character. And they look at Meruem and hate him when he's literally went through a better... Remember when Meruem was born, this nigga literally looked at his mother and said, shut the fuck up. I'm going to be born now, bitch. This nigga was in the womb telling his mother, say, yo, shut up. And when he was... Hey,
you have a point. You have a point. I should respect him more than I should respect your come again, Gun. I know, right? It messed up because Gun is the star of this one. The more and more I like you said, I analyze both of their characters. I'm like, yeah, he may be a murderer, but he has his reasons. And they're not based on some
I think
fans.
they started off Gun with like almost like a Goku vibe, like a really strong dumbass.
Yes.
No, but
Yes.
hold on.
Oh my
All right.
God.
I know the Hunter fans are going to try to dispute it. And let me get this straight. I understand why he went dark, but why did he have to make a deal that literally sacrificed everything? And he had to literally he had to get plot armor to save his ass in the end. And the worst part about the end of his arc, he went and found a father that doesn't even want him around. That's how you know this nigga doesn't know how to deal with it. When he grows up to be a teenager, this nigga is going to be so traumatized. I doubt he will even remember how to use Nen anymore.
Bad writing? I don't know.
Didn't that happen when he made that contract? When he made that deal, he didn't care anymore.
Yes, it was a literal contract him and we can even realize. The man said, yo, I'm going to use everything. That farm that he took was as what's your name? Bisky? She said, yo, that farm was what he would have achieved if he actually lived up to his full potential. And he sacrificed everything to attain for one beatdown, which didn't mean anything. Because look on it. Peter died knowing that Meruem was alright. Kite got resurrected. Yo. I still can't really say, yo, that's the thing that pisses me off the most about it, you know. He cared so much about a man who was just one connection to a father that doesn't even love him. A man he barely knows.
Doesn't know.
Only thing he knows is that this man fought with his father and that he's his mentor. How many people has Killua seen died in front of him and Killua is like, meh, that's like an everyday job for me.
Yep.
Kurapika saw his two parents die in front of him and you don't see Kurapika doing that bullshit.
And several members of his family.
All of them.
Mm-hmm. And this clan.
And they were all killed by one group, and that one group is still alive to this day. Because Kurapika said, them not worth it. But gone. Oh, I'll sacrifice everything. I'm going to kill you.
And you guy I just met.
That, right.
That was his Sakura moment.
I don't care anymore.
Sir, if Sakura actually did something like that, she'd actually have fans properly. Honestly. No, dead ass. No, dead ass.
No, I mean, Sakura moment, that was his dumb bitch moment.
No, it's not. No, it's not even dumb. It's infuriating. Yo, brother, that one moment got about 5 million views when a nigga analyzed it and say, yo, 10 reasons why Gun was always going to be unhinged. And the man go through every single moment, psychoanalyze it and say, yo, the writers wrote Gun to be a psychopath from the beginning. We just didn't know.
Yep.
I mean, you remember when the man killed him first? When he made his first kill? And how nonchalant he was about it. He was like, just another bot. I'm like, nigga, you just killed a live thing. Say something.
Yep.
I mean, as bad as Netero be mine, not even Netero that cold.
Well, I guess. I won't lie though. I won't lie. Hunter x Hunter has made me question, what the main heroes, what the guys who are writing these heroes, what do they take before they start writing? I swear the dude who wrote Bobobo, even though we're not talking about it, he was doing mess. He had to be doing mess.
I am convinced this man was taking notes from all the Metal Gear games and all the crazy shit we saw from that. But nobody can tell me nothing.
That man was snorting methamphetamine. It had to be. There's no way in hell. No, that man was watching Cartoon Network, everything in a one. Shoot, Whoa, look like Johnny Bravo to an extent, bruh.
And when you find out that Bobo is actually a goddamn robot that went rogue, and the reason he went rogue is going to blow your mind.
Marcus, this man's father is a nose hair. This man's father is a nose hair. His nose hair. Oh my God! And the bad news is this man take cocaine mixed with meth, mixed with. Me never not put weed in it, cause weed too soft. Angel dust. You must see, man. This man was not losing his shit. There's nobody.
Methamphetamine.
Yeah. And mark you know, people. Mark you. Jin Tama exists. And that freaky anime where you did talk about last time, where you and True did element about, it exists. And yet, you have an anime where this bad guy is a fart bad man. Fart. His powers are farting. Are you fucking crazy? I'm like, wow.
Yo, the more Ratchet I thought about it, I'm just getting more flashbacks.
This crap is ridiculous. I remember this thing was on Tsunami at one point, and I'm like,
brother, this thing got a goddamn fan base. I remember when I used to actively watch that shit just because of how funny it was. And then when we look back upon it, I say, yo, that was a very dark time in our lives.
When you watch it and call it that funny, I watch them get disgusted. Should I watch them get ignorant? Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the hell am I watching here? This shit makes no sense. What the fuck? I was peer rage. Like MJ Moore's Bobo is just peer rage. And it's not like they're being hard or harsh. Remember, I used to watch Sailor Moon and sing the damn song. When in love by daylight.
Yo, I think
there's enough respect. He's the one called Sailor Moon. I was a fan, yo. I don't give a damn.
I don't think there's enough respect given to Sailor Moon. Truthfully. Because
I agree.
Not only were those girls, not only were all of those females written properly, they fucked shit up.
Have you watched Sailor Moon?
Of course.
Of course, Dory watch it.
There you go. Yo,
Mars was my favorite.
Yo, Venus wasn't that bad either. Although she was the dude.
I think Mars had more booty. My spirit told me that, or my spirit / booty senses told me in real life Mars would have the nicest ass, so I like Mars the most. And she was just better looking facially.
I like sporty girls. I like girls that want like them a man until you have to remind them says a split between them foot. So what I want to name again?
Mars.
Nah, Mars was a book nerd. Sure.
But she was also like a smart, strong kind of woman who just want to.
I don't like. I like Mercury.
By her side.
Hold on, by her side, or she's supposed to get slapped with it in her face on a regular basis? Because that works too, you know.
I wasn't talking about the sex aspect, sir.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Yo!
You're a freak, you know. Salute you, you're a freak.
Yeah, the man. You're the man.
You a freak, my nigga. You a freak. You know you.
We salute you, sir.
Yo, there's no shit of that. Big up yourself. Continue.
I want to say something we can't say it on the podcast.
Hold on. So let me ask you something. Does it have something to do with the letter R?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I have nothing else to say. Just want to clarify.
I ain't gonna say it.
Oh, you will. Well, not on ear. What, off ear? Yeah, I know you will.
I don't want to lie though. Alright. So moving on. All right. So let's move from Hunter x Hunter to the anime of the hour. The anime that we've not shown enough love. Cause Naruto get too much love as far as I'm concerned.
True.
One Piece. The flexes in One Piece are legendary.
when Mihawk beat Zoro with a kitchen knife.
Bomboclad.
Sorry, a butter
Oh.
knife.
Hold on. So you really go to that without actually a state how this man is a Black Air Force energy walking on planet Earth. Keep in mind,
Oh yeah, man.
this man is not even in a fishing boat. This man is in a little paddle boat. And this nigga
Dinky.
has
He's in a
Dingy.
ding.
Dingy.
keep in mind, this man destroyed an entire fleet with one hand, not even using his sword yet. So Zoro being Zoro decided like, hey, you're strong, nigga. Thinking he's Yujiro Hanma, when in actuality he's actually Jack Hanma. No disrespect to the general. Big up yourself. So Mihawk said, so you actually want to fight me. Keep in mind, nobody knows that this nigga is a warlord yet. He doesn't even know that this motherfucker is a Yonko. He uses a literal butter knife and beats the living shit out of it. No, keep in mind.
And
Keep in mind.
observation of this.
Keep in mind.
No, it's about, yeah, you're missing out the fact that, yeah, now that we know ahead that he knows what observation hockey is, we can add that part in because Zoro never know what the hell hockey was. So
We never know what hockey. We never know what hockey beat we here sitting there. How did mention it first again? A chance or a small. How did mention hockey again? Shit, can't remember.
Yeah.
But all me I say, brother, I don't remember the last time Mrs. Zoro get that much of a beating since Buggy fuck him up when they're in the original series. Yo, me not tell a lie. Me have to give my due to Buggy. I used to look at this nigga and say, you know, this nigga is just a fucking clown. He just weak. I had to hold my tongue when I found out that this nigga was a part of Goldie Rogers' original crew. I'm like, okay, I need to drain my head in bleach.
Coming from pirate royalty.
This nigga was alive to Goldie Roger, the literal pirate king. He was a part of his crew. For God's sakes, he was a part of a crew with Shanks. And I'm here calling this nigga weak. Disrespect.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot, this man slapped Shanks in the back of his head at Marineford where everybody's like, what the hell? He just hit Emperor of the Sea like it was nothing. And Bulgia cost Shanks raw. Dog rattling. Everybody was like, wow, this guy must be legendary to be able to do, and that's how he got the cycle of Warlord, yeah.
Yo, brother, having a lot. Yo, I don't follow One Piece like a lot of people, but me have to give me respect to all the writers, right, Buggy. When everybody did see Buggy the first time, everybody thinks, yo, this man is just this regular ass nigga. Come to find out, this nigga was a part of the greatest pirate crew that ever lived, and he actually can do anything he wants. This nigga stepped toe to toe with Shanks and said, bitch, I will slap the dog shit out of you and you can't do anything. This is the same Shanks who ended Marineford with just words. This man taught no jutsu the entire war. This man appeared and said, yo, if you want to fight, draw sword, yo, forward. All I admiral them say, well, not having none of that shit. Keep in mind, these are the same admirals who were willing to fight Whitebeard, the literal strongest man on the planet at the time.
Shanks arrived, niggas was like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
But we should know better. Keep in mind, when we first see Shanks go up on a boat and a bag of man just start drop because I'm hockey alone. So you can imagine when this man actually fights serious.
Oh yeah, there's rumors that he holds some form of time manipulation with his sword. His hockey has been refined. And that's another thing most people don't understand now. Yes, devil fruits are powerful, but there are a few hockey users that have been gifted with special gifts. You know, the hockey enhanced gifts.
I remember that brother there, but I think he proved that, to be fair, devil fruit users ain't shit. He fought 3 of them, and the 3 of them weren't pushovers. Because if I remember correctly, 2 of them they come from Big Mom's crew. I want next brother. specifically, and he fought them like there was nothing. And then when they finally find out who he was, I find out say, oh, this man was a part of Whitebeard's original crew, and that the man did just left because he had better things to do on the island. Fight the man, and the man threat them, and the man say, oh, did you know that devil fruit users are only as powerful as the fruit makes them to be? I'm like, well, shit.
Mm-hmm.
For that then and there, so I say, yo.
But that's why when Blackbeard you hold on on Ace couldn't do nothing. That's why him slam him, Ace bleed. And Ace never believed that could have happened to him. But yeah.
I mean, there's Admiral Garp, who's like freakishly strong, with or without Haki.
Then you have Luffy's. Then you have Luffy's father, who we still don't know the extent of him powers yet.
We just know he's deadly and dangerous.
Brother, the man's name is Monkey. That's all we need to know. This nigga saved his son without even saving his son. This man created an entire hurricane, and the man said, yo, big up yourself. And Luffy is like, who is that nigga? I want to grow up like him. Not even knowing. You know what I like about Luffy the most? This nigga could find out that his father was alive the whole time, and he would just say, meh. And it would actually make sense because Luffy carefree and don't give a shit about nothing.
He's focused on adventure and nothing more.
I mean, to be fair, I have a feeling that whoever Luffy's mother is, I have a feeling that she either has both Haki and a devil fruit or something far more powerful.
Probably even royalty.
Oh, something like that. There's been mentions that she's a royal. I mean, we all know the rumors about who Luffy's mother could be, because people still wonder who she be. But me just think that she's just a mixture of something that we have not seen before in a One Piece yet. But still, the Monkey D family is broken.
Very.
Garp, Dragon. Let's not even forget about Ace. Even before he died, nigga tanked a whole fist in his chest and still had enough time to talk to him like a brother before he dead. A burning, flaming hand at that. Paid.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I almost bawled.
Brother, I'm not telling you, I never watched One Piece and that one scene tear me preferred. I knew the moment Ace came in I show me comes and I say, yo, this nigga is a real G. Obviously, the man just dead so to that bitch. I kind of that. But you know what was most satisfied? You know, I still get upset that Whitebeard didn't kill him.
Yeah.
But you know, I can live with that because eventually Luffy will kill him. I can live with that. You know, I don't
want Luffy to beat him like rest of people. I want him to kill him.
I mean, Luffy's come close to killing people. He just hasn't gone through with it fully yet.
True.
You know, when I talk about flexes and we still not talk about the fact that Kaido tried to kill himself.
On multiple occasions.
Yo, I remember the man introduced himself?
Yeah.
The literal immortal. The king of beasts.
He's been executed, what, 18 times?
You mean failed?
Executed.
You mean failed executions?
Quote unquote. Look at my quotations, sir.
Brother, you know a nigga is unbroken when this nigga jumps from the edge of the world, the high heavens at that, drops head first, and gets up like it was nothing.
Who the fuck drops from literal heaven to earth and lives?
And then on top of it,
Kratos, but still.
We don't speak about that man. That man is broken beyond belief. Rest in peace. But still, brother, Kaido might be just the most interesting anti-hero, anti-villain. I can't call him a hero yet. Because this nigga is only fighting because he's bored. Like, literally, what other reason does Kaido have to fight? He's literally fighting so someone can kill him. The man doesn't really like Big Mom, even though the two of them did the part of the same crew at one point. This man doesn't like Marineford because fuck them niggas. And he just sees Luffy as just another nigga who is just trying to find some form of fight.
So the man just chose violence.
Brother, this man's birth. Brother, when the man born. Even they say, yo, when the man born, man's birth coincided with the world shifting into a dark age. Kaido is old. Old.
You think he's alive because of the devil fruit?
No. I just think the devil fruit is just an amplification of what he already was. Brother, keep in mind,
Probably.
he already was strong without it.
Yeah, I know.
Whichever dumb motherfucker decided that this nigga, the king of beasts, decided to need a devil fruit. Clearly, they weren't thinking. You have a nigga that was from Goldie Rogers' era, who is technical friends with Big Moms, who is one of the freakiest devil fruit users I've ever seen. Man, that's saying something. I mean, know a lot of people sleep on Big Mom, but bruh, she is broken.
She's a fucking psycho.
You do, brother. It has who the hell booked it? That's my.
Bradshaw came on way too late. Now he's out.
That's fine. He did this part. But yeah, bro. Kaido and Big Moms, they have their hands are rated E for everyone.
Wait, they were dating at one point, right?
Yeah, but they fell out. I wonder why. I mean, to wake up to that face in the morning, Kaido must did one runner.
She looks better when she was skinny and she's still kind of warm.
She got fat because of the devil fruit, and the devil fruit is what made her get so powerful. Keep in mind, the only reason she has kids is because she keeps on torturing them. Whoever decided to father those kids, he brave. And for some reason, my dumbass keep on thinking that she's not so strong. And then I keep on remembering that she's the what second strongest Yonko,
Yeah.
excluding Buggy and Shanks and Mihawk. Me think she very.
Oh,
Me think
sorry.
she.
Yonkos are emperors, Shichibukai are warlords.
Yeah, true. Sorry, keep on mixing them up. I try think I want next flex, but my brain now function.
Well, I mean, we're supposed to talk about one of the biggest anime flexes, which was when Rock Lee dropped his weight still.
Good times. But
To
you know why
this
I don't.
day, still an iconic moment.
You know what was most amusing about that fight though? I think we all knew that Lee was going to kick his ass. We just didn't know how he was going to do it. Because remember, I think everybody that at that time was afraid of Gara, even us, the viewers.
Yes, he was creepy
And
AF.
it wasn't even this creep factor. You could just see that this man was unhinged.
Very.
And the fact that he didn't have to even use jutsu to fight. Man had his son protecting him, and then you had the literal weirdest nigga in the entire Leaf Village molly whopping his ass. Granted, when Lee did start getting ass kicked, bruh, I was completely terrified for Lee's life at that point. But not tell no lie. But then Lee goes and does the second best transformation in Naruto at that point, after Naruto's first 90 years transformation. He summons, how much gates did he summon? 4?
I think he went to 5 or 6.
Nigga broke his entire body and still lost. I'm still pissed off. That has to be one of the biggest flexes to never come out with a victory. No, the biggest flex that never came out with a victory was Vegeta versus Frieza when he went Super Saiyan God Blue. Yeah, why are we going back to Naruto and DBZ just to piss me off again? Jesus Christ. Find something else there, please. I beg you.
I wanted to say Ichigo flexing on Aizen, but Aizen was just really flexing behind the scenes the whole time.
I mean, it was a flex, but we didn't know it was. We didn't know Aizen had a back.
Yeah.
But it was a flex. Getsuga Tensho. Ichigo losing his Bankai made me sad though.
Yes, it did.
And even though this is not technically an anime, Sephiroth fucking up Cloud in Final Fantasy Advent Children, the movie, has to go down as one of the most brutal beatdowns I've ever seen. Not because it was a one-sided fight, but seeing that long ass sword stab Cloud through his foot and through his shoulder at the same time made me squirm like a bitch. Bruh, I don't think I've seen so many sword slashes since Trunks killed Frieza in the original Android saga.
True.
That was a whole ass flex. Nigga was dead for how much years and came back to life using his goddamn familias. And his whole reason for coming back? He wants to take control of the planet and kill Cloud again. This nigga is obsessed with Cloud to the point that he lives through his familias, came back to life through them, and decided that, hey, guess what, Cloud? I'm going to take control of this planet, but I want to kill you more.
Hey, he's a clone or something of the sort, right?
He's a clone of Genova's cells, yes. Genova is literally an alien artifact that humans decide that, hey, let's experiment on it. As if they didn't learn from Doomslayer what happens when you experiment on dumb shit. You know that we should have, we should have mentioned Omni-Man's flex.
Oh shit.
You know, just realize something. Omni-Man isn't even the strongest of his race, and this nigga is more famous than every single one of them, just for one thing and one thing only. He went to the Yujiro Hanma of beating the living shit out of their son, but still loving them enough.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I love the writing for that. Cause the show is just dark, but it's just right.
The thing is, Omni-Man just... You see, when you read the comics and you get to understand why Omni-Man wanted to conquer Earth in the first place, it came from a good place. Because his people were dying, and the only way for Ultramites to survive is to interbreed. And what better way to interbreed than with dumbass humans who are horny more than anything else?
You make it sound bad.
Though to be fair, Omni-Man calling his wife a pet was downright disgusting.
Yeah, that was some heights of disrespect. Like, well, you say, yo, I like her.
No, I don't want to know the worst part. He felt bad about it afterwards. He felt so bad about it that he literally begged for forgiveness in the comic, and she forgave him because, I mean, when you get to understand why he did what he did, it kind of makes sense. But, bro, he never had to beat Mark's ass like that. Honestly, he never had to do it.
She had.
Bro,
that beatdown.
Brother, that wasn't even a beatdown. That was a complete massive. He threw him across the entire earth and smashed his face in so bad that he didn't even have teeth left. It got so bad that
he held him in a tray in front of a train and just used his body to just smash the people.
Smash? He tore them apart. He was scraping away trying to tell them to come out of the way. Remember, say, Viltrumite's strength is completely absurd, you know. Man, tear apart. Brother, I'm the man just built different.
Literally.
The man just built different. But I had to mention one Jujutsu Kaisen flex more than anything else. You know, you don't watch it yet, but you do need to watch it.
I've watched all episodes actually.
So you know of the infamous Gojo flex on Sukuna then.
Yeah.
Then again, Gojo has too many flexes. As a matter of fact, I can speak about all of Gojo's flexes. Though to be fair, the Sukuna one I won't mention because Sukuna is not at full strength, but it was still a flex. Nigga literally sat on Sukuna. Nigga, man sit on Sukuna. And then after that, his fight with Jogo was so one-sided. I actually felt bad for Jogo at one point.
I did.
And then the way he almost killed Hanami. Jesus Christ. This nigga said, let me start mixing paint. What does red and blue give you? Purple. I'm going to make a lightning attack out of it that destroys everything in its path. Nigga, what? Then when you see the destruction afterwards, nothing was left of the landscape. Nothing. You're like, and this nigga can spam this move. Okay then.
He's just doing it just because at this point.
He didn't have to use Hollow Purple to even hurt Hanami. He could have just used red or blue, but he said, hey, I guess it's okay for me to be a little rough. I'm like, what is this motherfucker going to do? And bro, when this nigga first showed his domain expansion, I'm like, I think this might be the only time I can consider myself gay. Yep, no, I'm not telling a lie. When I see the man pull away blindfold, I see them bright blue eyes, I say, well, shit, that's mesmerizing. Niggas' eyes be distracting though.
It was mesmerizing for true.
Them bright blue, brother, you see them bright baby blue eyes, you're like, this needs to stop. I will be calling the authorities. The amount of hey.
He's sexually harassing me by looking at me.
Brother, as far as me concerned, every man, woman get take with that night when go to showing the win expansion. I mean, I ask. Rush comes, brother, don't mention Jujutsu Kaisen run Rush. Rush comes to look for me and tell me about, oh, I'm Gojo's woman first. I'm like, I understand.
If you weren't, I would look at you differently.
Jujutsu Kaisen is probably one of my favorite animes of the new age. No cap.
It is.
It's funny how women
going on for over an hour.
Yeah, but I do think it's time for us to close off about now, Dario.
I do believe it is. Domo arigato for being with us this long, if you have been. We're both winding down, we're both tired, and we got work and stuff to do in the morning.
Technically.
So I hope you enjoyed speaking with us about anime. You can speak with us some more in the comment section if you like. Do remember to leave a like, a comment, or a subscription, or all three. You can even share.
And for next week, I believe we shall be talking about 2 specific animes that need to be spoken about. I'm not sure.
Anime again?
Yeah, a part 3 to it. Or we can talk about some specific TV shows which I think need to be spoken about.
We'll flip a coin it's a surprise.
I haven't decided what shows we will speak about, but just know they are
very in charge until the end of the year.
Should you go on 2 dates by the end of the year? I will consider it. I'm just joking.
No, you're not.
Yes,
you're not joking.
Yes, I am. See my face? I'm not smiling.
You're not joking.
But I am.
You're not joking.
But I am.
Anyway,
must believe me, friend.
you see how Doc is throwing shade at me?
How is this shade though?
He's trying to hurt my feelings. Leave a like just for that. Or subscribe so we can talk about it more. And please click the all important notification bell. Anyway, we'll see you next week.
Yes, it will be another glorious episode.